This is what real-world jungle survival looks like. To stay safe from predators, a man used a fallen, dried-out tree as a foundation and built a wooden cabin suspended in midair. This elevated structure doesn't just keep him away from danger, it also keeps him off the damp ground, ensuring his living space stays dry and comfortable. After retiring, John's favorite thing to do is hike through the mountains with his dogs. He loves the peace and quiet of nature. Winter is over, and the scent of spring is everywhere in the woods. As John was trekking slowly with his two dogs, he spotted an old fallen tree. He took a look at the surroundings and immediately decided this was the perfect spot for a shelter. First, he started gathering wood. Luckily, there was no shortage of dry timber in these woods. These branches had been air-dried for a long time, making them strong and durable. One by one, John hauled the logs over and began tightly lashing them across the branches of the fallen tree. Before long, he had a solid, sturdy platform ready. Next, he picked out two strong, flexible branches to frame the roof. He drilled holes on both sides of the platform and bent the branches into place, creating an arch-like structure. Following that curve, he layered more wood on top to complete the roof. The design was incredibly tough, and it allowed rainwater to slide right off. After that, John closed off the back wall with timber to block out the wind and cold. He left the front open for the entrance using a thick branch to create a door frame. Slowly but surely, the shape of the cabin began to emerge. He then gathered fresh moss from nearby and started stuffing it into the gaps between the logs. This natural material acts as a sealant against water and helps trap heat inside. Once the walls were sealed, he laid down some logs in front of the entrance to create a small wooden walkway, making sure he wouldn't slip while heading in or out. Next, John cut some wooden slats to size and tied them together with rope to make a sturdy door. It made the cabin feel much more secure. The cool part? He made it in a roll-up style, making it easy to open and close. After that, he collected pieces of bark from nearby trees and layered them over the roof for extra waterproofing and a more natural look. Now, the cabin was fully livable. John tossed his bag inside and headed to a nearby stream to fill his bottle with crisp mountain water. He pulled out his small gas stove and started brewing some tea. He even picked a few wild flower petals and tossed them in the boiling water for a subtle, natural aroma. All that hard work had made John starving. He poured some oil into his pan and tossed in some pre-prepped meat. After searing it for a bit, he added potatoes, followed by onions and tomatoes for extra flavor. In no time, a delicious beef and potato hash was ready. He was so busy that he didn't even notice evening setting in. John headed inside and first prepped a meal for his dogs, since they'd be the ones on guard duty for the night. After that, he enjoyed his own dinner. With a full stomach, John crawled into his warm sleeping bag to spend his first night in the new cabin.